and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick, with the City of Hampton's Communications and Marketing Department. And today we're going to tell you about a festival and a way to enjoy Buckroe Beach that's a little bit different. My guest today is Beverly Crandall. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, Arts in the Park, I feel like I've heard of this for years, but it's not really that old of a festival.
No, it's not. We began our first Arts in the Park and Beach Boogaloo as part of the 400th anniversary celebration.
I remember that one with the Boogaloo name, right?
Yeah, and that was done in conjunction with the Noblemen, who's, you know, a charitable group here in the peninsula that were, I think, sponsored by the Hampton Exchange Club, and they sort of died off. And, you know, the Buckroe Improvement League always felt that we should do something, you know, bring them back, you know, have something down at Buckroe that people can enjoy. It's open to the public. There's no fee involved for the public to attend. And it's an all-day long festival with music and food and art, and people can just come down and enjoy the beach as well.
That's wonderful. So I should back up and say you are on the board of the Buckroe Improvement League.
Right.
And what is it that you all do? What is your mission?
Basically, our mission is to just bring the community together, nurture pride in the community. We also want to help the businesses in Buckroe. That was one of our main mission statements when we became a charter organization back in 2008. We felt that the Buckroe Civic Association was the voice for the residents, and there really wasn't anything for the businesses. So we thought we would capitalize on trying to get businesses as part of our membership, and it's kind of blossomed to where we have businesses and residents as well. So, so Buckroe, or District 6, is well represented with, you know, civic organizations.
That's great. And what is your connection to Buckroe? How long have you lived there? What is your?
I've lived in Buckroe since around the early 90s, and certainly feel, you know, a connection there just because I love the beach. And I grew up in Virginia Beach, but just felt that Buckroe is a little quieter, a little less hectic, and it's a good place to be. It's an eclectic sort of neighborhood where you have certainly older homes with new homes, and it's a good, diverse, you know, group of people that live there as well.
Yeah. I like that it has that laid-back feel, because I can't remember why I was in Virginia Beach recently, but the traffic was so heavy and it was so congested, and you know, you can get to Buckroe, I mean,
right.
8 or 10 minutes from almost anywhere in Hampton, and you're right there.
And it really is kind of a diamond in the rough. It really is. The beach is one of the prettiest beaches, I think, around, and people that come from the South Side and have attended our festival have said, I didn't realize the beach was so pretty and so clean, and I think that really is one of the pluses that we have going for us.
And as I told you, all these pictures, I want to make sure the audience knows this too.
Beautiful.
All these pictures were shot at Buckroe. It's a part of the set. It's just, you know, it's one of Hampton's biggest assets, I think.
Right.
And it's for the residents. It's not a beach that's for people from out of town that's lined with hotels.
Exactly.
It's for all of us to enjoy.
Exactly. And it's a beach where you don't have to worry about the little ones playing because the waves aren't that rough.
They don't knock you down.
Right.
That's right.
Right. You do have to be concerned about the jellyfish, and they do come
Sometimes.
back.
Last year wasn't that bad, though.
Really?
We got really lucky, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, but the festival this year, it's going to be on May 18th, which is a Saturday, and we do have a rain date, May 19th, which is the Sunday, just in case. But we've been very, very fortunate. Every year we've had our event. It's been a little breezy. One year it was extremely hot, and so, but we've never had to cancel. You know, we're gonna make it or break it, I guess. So, but it's
so you set up along the boardwalk, or in the park?
We're actually in the Pavilion Park area. We have the whole park area. This year we'll also have the gazebos. We have the main stage for our music. Music will be all day.
Do you know, Beverly, any particular acts or kinds of music you'll have?
The music is all pretty much local musicians, and we have a variety of music, everything from acoustic to, you know, electric guitars. We have some bands. We have a single, you know, singers, songwriters. And the whole point of our festival is we're really trying to capitalize on local musicians and local artists. Although we do have some artists that come from out of town, we're trying to really capitalize on the fact that we have a lot of talent in this area. And even though our event sort of coincides with some of the events on the south side, there are a lot of people who don't want to drive through that tunnel. And we're keeping our fingers crossed that those are the people that will really pick up on and will start coming to our event every year.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's not even just the tunnel, it's just the amount of traffic that's on that side of the water and the distance to parking, and there's a lot of hurdles, even though those are some very nice art festivals. So it's good to have one here in our backyard. So I see you've brought some posters that show the different years. Can you talk us through maybe how those were designed or who did them?
We'll start with the first year, which is the mermaid poster over here, and that was designed by an artist out of Baltimore, Maryland by the name of Kendall Walston. And some of you might recognize the mermaids. She also did the mural on the Brass Lantern, which is a local little pub area in Buckroe. She did the mural, and it's pretty much the same design. So that was Kendall's poster the first year. The second year we have kind of like a lot of the Buckroe features, the lighthouse, the pier, the boardwalk, and this one was done by another local artist by the name of Alan Chester.
And that has that big bright sun, that vibrant daytime feel.
Exactly. And our third poster, our third year, was the octopus over here. And this one was done by one of our young sponsored artists, and Paige. And she's, she's
really nice. Yeah, that's fun.
Very, very, talented. I'm just in awe. And then the poster in the front is this year's poster, and that was also done by a young artist by the name of Jesse Abel. And all of the posters are going to be available for sale along with t-shirts with the same design. So we have some from all of the years, and we have a surplus, so we're going to try to work out a deal where if you buy 3, we'll cut you a good price. And
that's great. And what good exposure for young artists. It's hard to break in. It's hard to get that first showing, that ability to do that.
Right, and that's what we've tried to do with Paige's poster in the third year and Jesse's poster for this year. We've basically selected the sponsored artists that won their juried area and have asked if they would contribute the artwork for the next year. So that's how we've started, kind of with a tradition that the sponsored artist winner will be the contributing artist for the poster and the t-shirt design the next year.
That's great. So if I come on that Saturday, how many artist vendors will I expect to see? What will it feel like?
Okay, we're having juried artists, and historically we've had anywhere from 20 to 25 juried artists and the same amount in the sponsored artists. The sponsored artists are usually young persons who have not participated in any prior shows or gallery showings or anything like that, and it is our way of trying to bring visibility to their work. And so the Buckroe Improvement League actually sponsors their participation. The juried artists, the fee for them to be a part of the show is $75. And most people say that that's pretty reasonable for an art event. And we're just, we're trying to get our event to be a recognized event in the community and also in the Hampton Roads area. I mean, people that go to Stockley Gardens know exactly when Stockley Gardens is going to be, and so we're trying to do the same thing.
So it becomes this event that grows a little bit and gains momentum and word of mouth each year.
And one of the things that our artists have always appreciated is the fact that their parking in the Buckroe area is pretty close to the area that they have to set up, and we always have volunteers that assist the artist in unloading their vehicles, and then at the end of the day we assist with helping them get their things taken down.
So that's a very home-like family sort of
very
feel
much.
Where you guys are friending the artist. It's
right.
not just a business relationship.
And the food area is right in the same area as the art, so people can walk and get something to eat and drink and then come back to the art area and just kind of stroll through. And we don't mind people bringing beach chairs and sitting in the park area listening to the music. So it is a family-oriented event, and in years past we have had adult beverages for sale, but this year we've decided not to do that because we want to capitalize on that family focus, and we didn't want the families, if somebody wanted to go over to the fenced area, to leave out other family members that weren't partaking. So this year we're just having it open, and
you will have food trucks or food vendors there and things like that.
Exactly. So far we have confirmation from Williamsburg Catering, and they'll be there with fish sandwiches and oyster sandwiches and hot dogs. Gotta have seafood. And then we also have a confirmation from a vendor who's going to be selling cupcakes, Nitsy's Cakes, and she's actually out of Buckroe. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah, so we have 2 commitments so far, and and they've always done well at the event, and so I'm sure they'll do well. And our actual deadline date for submissions for either the artist or food vendors is April 26th. So anybody listening, if you're an art vendor or a food vendor and you still want to participate, just get in touch with me.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming by, Beverly.
Well,
we appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you. Tell us that date one more time.
The date is May 18th, and it's from 10 in the morning until 6 at night. And by all means, if anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to call me. Can I give my phone number?
Sure.
Okay, my home number is 851-4560.
Thank you, and I look forward to it. It's great to see more of these sort of homegrown festivals that are easy to get to and enjoyable for everyone.
Right.
So thank you for coming by,
Beverly. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching. I hope I'll see you out at Buckroe Arts in the Park.